Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening once again. Welcome back to the second episode or the next episode of the Animation Talk. And today we are going to talk about one of the most important problem that we face, especially in the Indian animation industry. So, first of all, thank you so much, so very much for all the amazing comments, for all the love and the amazing response that I got for the very first video. And I mean, it was just an introduction video, and I cannot believe there are so many people who are willing to hear more from me. And now I have 80 followers, so that's an amazing thing. So now there will be 80 people at least listening to this thing, and I'm still trying to figure out how to promote these videos, but it'll take time. Anyway, so as I said, today we will be talking about something that I feel is not just a problem, but artists all over India. And the reason I'm saying India because I'm really focusing on Indian animation and I want it to get better for the studios and most importantly for the artists is creating your own portfolio or portfolio creation. So, why is it essential to have a well defined portfolio and what exactly is required in a portfolio? Now, there are two reasons why we need a portfolio. One is to keep your work updated, and second is to get a job. Now, very quickly, let's just go through the very first reason to keep your work updated. It doesn't matter if you're looking for a job, it doesn't matter if you have a full-time permanent job. It is very important for you to keep updating your work every 3 months. This also applies for people who are studying right now. So it doesn't matter if you're in your first year of education, fourth year of education, or in your 10th year of job. You need to keep updating your portfolio every 3 months. So instead of scrambling around to start looking for materials and everything you have at the last moment, it is always nice to have everything prepared. And secondly, the most important reason, and especially as an artist, like the passionate, insane people that we are, it keeps a check on how good or how much we are improving. What fields are we improving in? When you get your material together and you see it and compare it to like a month ago or 2 months ago, it is something that motivates you to keep drawing and keep getting better. And I mean, that's what we are. We are artists. We cannot sit idle. I mean, we have to keep drawing to keep getting better in this industry. The second reason is to get a job, whether it can be full time, part time, or even freelance job. To get any kind of job, you need to have a portfolio. Now, before we go ahead, I would like to define some nomenclature. So every time if I am referring to a video showreel, so a VFX, motion graphics, or an animation showreel, or a compositing showreel, I'll be mentioning it as a showreel, and anything that is related to artwork, that means individual images that you'll be presenting as your portfolio. So this opens up to two situations. One is you are applying to every single job opening, and the second one is you have your eyes set on that one particular studio. Now, while applying to both of these things, the portfolio norms and the portfolio do's and don'ts are the same universally. So let's just directly dive into the points that you have to keep in mind while making a portfolio. The very first point is your portfolio, your showreel, a video showreel should not extend more than 1 minute. When studios are hiring, they're probably interviewing 50 to 60 people to hire the 5 to 6 people that they're hiring. So it is very important for your showreel to be very precise. And that showreel should also be divided, like an ideal format that showreel should be divided in is it should start with a 3 second of nameplate, your name, your contact info, and what the showreel is about. Is it animation showreel, VFX, compositing, motion graphics? Then 20 seconds of your top-notch work, 20 seconds of average work, and again 20 seconds of your best work, because you need to end with a bang. Or the remaining 5 to 10 seconds should be your nameplate with all your information, your animation showreel, and just a thank you for watching note. All in all, it should not go beyond 1 minute 15 seconds, including the name tags. Second important point is do not have disturbing music, background music in the back, and I cannot stress this point enough. It is very, very, very distracting to have very disturbing voice or distracting background voice, because most of us, especially me, I mute the video while watching it. My friends who are working at Disney and Pixar, and even they tell me that when they are looking at Showreel, they are looking at Showreel on a big, big, big projector on a big screen. Even they mute the volume, because I don't need to listen to the dialogues to understand whether you can do proper acting or not. So do not have disturbing music in the background. Fourth point, I see this thing way too many times, and it is very irritating sometimes, and it is very sad to see most of the people spending 15, almost 15 to 20 seconds having having their name appear in some fancy way, like some sparkling effect, some spire effect, and like I mean, I don't know, it is not needed. If you're applying for a VFX showreel, then yes, do something that supports your animation, that your showreel. But if you're applying for a 2D animation, 3D animation, this is not helping at all, and you just end up wasting 15 seconds, valuable seconds of your showreel. And all you can do is, as I said, just have a simple nameplate, a very simple nameplate. You can have like a nice artwork on the nameplate, but that is it. You don't need anything else than that, and definitely not some fancy ass figures coming from here and there, and then your name is forming, and then you start your 2D animation showreel. It just doesn't make sense. Now let's jump on to artwork. Now if you're applying for character designing, conceptual designing, backgrounds, layout, position, you don't need a video showreel. All you need is 10 to 15 images of all your artwork compiled together in one single PDF format. Do not send single JPEG images. Do not send some random G drive folder where all the images will be there. Just send a simple PDF format with not more than 10 to 15 images. 5 images will be more than enough for us to figure out if you are really good or not. Similarly, 15 to 20 seconds of your showreel is more than enough for us to figure out whether you are good enough for the job or not. You have to make sure that for studios, you have to make the work as easy as possible. And the easier you make it for the studio, the chances are for you to get that job. The next part is always, always, always send only YouTube or Vimeo links of your showreel, and as I said, only PDF formats for your artwork. Now, it is crazy to sometimes see people sending in Flash open files, SWF open files, Toon Boom open files, Maya open files. We will not be opening that file in Maya and checking out what you have done. As I said, you guys have to make it easy for the studios, and also to make them realize how serious you are about applying for the job. So always remember to send only YouTube and Vimeo links of your showreels. And the most important point, that the less work you send, more are the chances of you getting the job. So no matter what job you're applying to, whether it might be full-time, part-time or freelance, make sure that you follow all the above notes. Now let's just quickly go through the points that we just spoke about. Your videos should not be more than 1 minute long. Your artwork should not be more than 10 to 15 images. Your videos should be in YouTube or Vimeo format, and your artwork should be in a PDF format. Do not mix your videos and artwork. They should be separate files. Do not have any fancy openings, and do not have any disturbing noise in your showreels. And most importantly, the less work you send, or the more precise work you send, higher are the chances of you getting a job. Now let's move on to my favorite part, which is applying to a particular studio. Now for everyone, there is always a studio that you love. I mean, you would sell your soul to be a part of that studio, to part of that team, to create what those guys are creating. But at the same time, it is the most difficult to get into such studios. But there is a trick when it comes to applying for the studios that are not hiring. And before I get into that trick, let me reveal a secret of all the studios. Every single studio is always hiring. Now, let me repeat myself. Every single studio is always hiring. They are not hiring only when they get a project, but they are always on a lookout for that special artist that can be a permanent part of their team, that special artist that puts in that extra effort to be a part of that team, and that artist will definitely bring something more than just a normal position that he's been hired for to that studio. And that is why the studios are always hiring. But it is very difficult to get into a studio at that level. Obviously, there is a small trick to it, which is creating a portfolio specifically to that studio. Study that studio's work. You follow them on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. So let's just say one of the examples is Vibo Studios. So Vibo Studios, if you want to apply for Vibo Studios, you have been following them. They are working on Lumput. Vibo, I'm sorry if I did not pronounce it properly, my bad. They have been working on a lot of stop motion. They have been doing an amazing feature film in 3D. They have been working on a lot of commercials. Now, you need to study their work, and then you need to spend at least 4 to 6 months creating a portfolio that is exactly in the style that they are working in. And yes, it takes 4 to 6 months. I have done it myself. To get the job in Canada at Mercury Filmworks, I have done it myself. If you want a job, if you want your dream job, you have to go out of your way to make sure that you get into that studio, and your entire portfolio should be 80% in the style that they want, and 20% should be your own unique style, thus showing what addition you can do to that studio. If you are giving them exactly what they want, they already have that, they're already doing it, they're good. Why would they expand their team? They will expand that team just because of that extra 20% of you showing what you can bring to that studio. One of the most satisfying things to get your dream job, and one of the most difficult way of getting that dream job, is this. Put in the effort for 6 months and you will see the results, and you will get into that studio. And mark my words, every single studio is always hiring. And now this brings us to the very last part, and I have to say this part has nothing to do with drawings, but probably your very first impression as an artist, which is emails. You won't believe the number of emails that go, and please don't take this the wrong way. I have promised to be honest with all of you, and this is what I'm doing, but you won't believe the number of emails that get overlooked just because they have not taken the right efforts while applying or while writing that email. I have gotten emails in which there in the BCC there are at least 60 emails. I have gotten emails in which there is no subject. There is a simple PFA. I hate short forms. There is a simple PFA in the body, in the email body, and some random images from 10 different links. So I mean, the worst way you can apply for a job is by writing a very poorly written, unprofessional email that is not personal. So, let's just go through do's and don'ts of these things, and I will explain certain points on the way. So, most importantly, you have to keep in mind that you have to make a list of all the emails that you have sent. Most of the time, I mean 98% of the times, I'm pretty sure you would make a list of all the emails that you're applying to when you have a job, and once you're done with once you get the job, then you forget about it. Then the next time you again have to look for the same people. Yeah, so always make a list of every single email that you find online and keep it in your Google Sheets. Construct a proper email. Guys, I cannot stress enough how important it is to construct a proper email. It can also be as simple as, "Hi Sangram, how are you? I came across this job posting on Animation Express, and I would love to be a part of your team. Please find attached my showreel, my artworks, and the link to my social media websites. And I am eagerly looking forward to hearing from you. Cannot wait to be a part of your team. This is more than enough, guys. If you have 60 emails to send, send 60 emails separately. Personalize every single email. Mostly in the emails, you will find the first name or the last name of the person. Personalize every single email. Go on their website, figure out who is their hiring manager, who is their HR. The more you take that effort, even if your drawing, your portfolio is not as good, we realize you are taking that extra efforts into doing your job, and we can figure that out through one single email. Make sure you have a proper subject to the email. It should not be blank. First of all, it should be, let's say, for example, job application slash senior animator slash full time. Okay, the next point after that is make sure that you follow up with every single person via email or via phone call once a week until you get that job. It is very important. Do not keep calling them 2 or 3 times a week. Do not keep messaging them. Do not WhatsApp them, for crying out loud. Please, it is not professional to WhatsApp. Hi, did I get the job? Any updates? No. A simple courtesy phone call, a 30-second phone call goes way beyond than a WhatsApp text or a text message, and keep doing it once a week. And last but most importantly is keep in touch with everyone. Whether you get the job or not, it doesn't matter. You have the list of emails: Diwali, Eid, Ramzan, Christmas, Easter, Holi, Rang Panchami, anything. Just send out an email to everyone. This will help you. See, our industry is a very small industry. You are bound to run into everyone everywhere. At every single event is the same people everywhere. It is a very small industry. So the more you stay in touch, or the more you send them such nice emails or on an occasion, they keep you in mind, and that is how you build contacts. You never know what opportunity will open up because of you staying in touch with them. There's one thing that I forgot to mention. Now I understand that not every one of you are great in English. We don't care about that. I don't care whether you have a PhD in English or Hindi, or I don't care. You're not supposed to know English while hiring. You're supposed to know your field, your art. You're applying for animator, be a good animator. We don't care if you are not good at English. I have gotten emails where that person, not even a single sentence is grammatically right, but that person has written 6 to 7 lines and put in efforts to convey that he wants to work with us. I don't care how that thing reads, but that effort counts. And we realize that, okay, fine, this is the guy that we should take seriously. I have gotten emails in Hindi, like, हम जो English में लिखते हैं वैसे. People who are not comfortable in English, just write in Hindi. And I have gotten emails like that have written around like decent Hindi mein emails expressing how much they want to work with us and making it like having that professional approach towards applying. Please do not be intimidated by writing English emails. The language doesn't matter, the content and the efforts behind it, that is what matters. So that being said, I think that these are the 3 points. My wife's just standing there and making faces at me. Yeah. Oh, by the way, she was the one who helped me make this entire setup and also this entire makeshift thing. So, thank you.
I changed my working place.
She changed her working place. ये वीडियो में जाने वाला है हाँ नहीं जाने वाला है. So that being said, I think according to me, these are the points that we should keep in mind while applying for any kind of job. And it is more so just being professional, having a professional approach towards anything that you do. And as I said, emails are your very first impression. So I personally give them the most importance. Okay, so that being said, let me just quickly go through the points. Keep your work up to date. Showreels should not be more than 1 minute long. Artwork should not be more than 10 to 15 images, and it should all be comprised in a single PDF format. Studios are always hiring, and emails are your first impression. Please do let me know if you have any comments, if I have missed out on anything, if regarding emails and portfolio submissions, anything. Uh, if you have any more concerns, please do let me know. I will cover it in my Q&A video, and I hope this has been useful, and I hope that you guys actually start working towards your portfolio the way I have explained right now. If it doesn't matter if you're looking for a new job, or if you are happy with the same job, or if you're, it doesn't matter, just start working on your portfolio, start improving on your skills. Even 1 to 2 hours of drawing, I have seen it myself. Stop procrastinating, sleep less, and let's take this thing as an opportunity to actually try and do something that we won't be able to do on a normal basis. So I hope you guys have liked the video, and I cannot wait to come back to you guys with the new video next week. And well, that's it from me today. Stay home, stay safe, and thank you once again. See ya. Bye bye.